this turned out really good. It's, for the most part, it's pretty smooth. I have a few places that have, you know, a few little bumps, but that's gonna be really easy to fix. And so right now I'm just gonna take my razor blade and I'm just gonna cut along the edges and get this excess fiberglass matting off, and then that way I can sand it down later on. So see, I'm just taking the excess off, like along the top here. That's gonna be just off, but see, it is solid now. It's not gonna, there's no flex to it at all. This thing is super solid. So now that's perfect for what we need, because on the diffusers you don't want any flex at all. So it's the easiest just to take your razor blade and then come along all the edges. Of course, you got your scissors if you need to get some harder to reach areas. Yeah, this turned out really, really good. Might work better with scissors on this one. There we go. Like I said, we'll take the Dremel tool and get like all these little areas right in there, smooth that out. But yeah, this is gonna be nice and solid. Sand down, you know, some of the bigger bumps and stuff, but overall it's nothing extreme. So, all right, get my mask on. And we'll go ahead and start sanding down the edges. I got to drill the holes again, you know, for the other side. Get these holes drilled out. And yeah, we're going to be working on this mainly today. The back turned out really well too. So we'll be able to work on it, maybe, probably not tonight. I want to try and get a little more on the diffuser done, but this came out nice and solid, so a lot more sturdy. It'll be easy to flush it out, and just this one's just going to take just some sanding and a little bit of Bondo work, and that'll be done. We're just going to make it flat and flush. But now all the cracks are fixed, and I even went on the inside and did the fiberglass on the inside too, so that will be done. Well, I mean, it won't be done, but I mean done fiberglassing. So I think we're done fiberglassing, using fiberglass for a while until we do the front splitter that I made over there, of course. So we still got a ton of body work. Ton of body work to do. Oh, let me show you. So for the most part, that came out pretty flat. And this is the underside. You're not gonna see it. So all I'm gonna do is like say, like right here where it bubbled up, you know, and like right here where it, you know, it just, like I said, came up. All I'm gonna do is just sand that down to where it's flush. So it's really quick sanding. I'm not getting crazy. You'll never see this side. So so I'm just basically just gonna, you know, sand it down with a good 40 grit, get it somewhat smooth, somewhat flat, and not worry about it, you know, too much. It's gonna be the other side that I'm really gonna have to work on. So anyway, let's get some sand. Okay, so then I'll take my Dremel tool and just go along here, since that's not going to fit. Even better, my belt sander. Forgot I bought this. We'll use the belt sander just to get in this little these little areas. Go ahead and drill. Those ones drilled. Flip this over. Flip it back over to show you. quick. Now that we got some of the main big areas down, like I said, I don't care if it's a little bumpy on this side. You know, like I said, you're never going to see it. I just wanted to get the big things up. So pretty much this is going to be done on this side. I just got to clean up the edges a little bit, you know. But other than that, see, it's nice and solid. So it's not going to go anywhere. Perfect. You know, I might have to fix a little bit right through here. No big deal. Yeah, I got to cut away a little bit of that and stuff, but little things. Nothing that really is going to make a difference on the back side. So the structure is there. That's all. Like I said, it's for really. On the underside is where we're going to try to make it a little more prettier. So I changed my mind by working on the other side. I think I'm just going to finish this off. It's like really, really close. So I'm just going to take the hard sander. And just kind of level it out. You know, just kind of level it out like that. And then, and just, you know, just trying to get everything a little more flat. But I think I'll prime it and basically finish this side up and get it all done. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to work on this side and just get it done. And then come back and paint and be done with it. It won't take very long. So anyway, let me get my mask on and we'll okay. That's looking much better. So now, in some areas, like right through here, I'm gonna do some Bondo and get that nice and flush on these sides, because this, you're gonna see that, but the rest will be good. All right. And we'll kind of flatten it out through here. We'll put a skiff of Bondo across there just to make it flush. But other than that, this is gonna be good enough once it's painted up. You know, like I said, it's gonna be underneath, so who cares? All right, mix up some Bondo. Like I said, the good thing with the weather being cooler is this takes a lot longer to set up, so you don't have to move as fast. So that's kind of a bonus. It's actually a big bonus sometimes. One thing I did learn though is Bondo, if it's too cold and you apply it, it will shrink. That's why the upper fenders, or the front fenders I have up there, pieces of it shrunk after it's set and warmed up. So there's a little bit of irregularities. I don't know how to, you know what I'm talking about. So some why can't I say that? You ever come across some words that you just can't say? So, all right. I find that if you put like a thick coat on first, somewhat thick, and then come back over it, and then flatten it out, I find, at least, that's the easiest way to fill in, you know, these gaps. So I got a bunch down here. And I'll go one way, and come back the other. And then when I go across the final one, I just don't give a whole lot of pressure. Because that way, you're going to sand down even. You're going to sand it down a lot more even once you get to it. So see how it's be built up in some places, like right through there. Okay. So that's why you kind of want to give a nice even pressure against it all. I'd rather have it too thick than not thick enough. Alright, so I laid it on a little thicker, a little thick, but that's alright. Sands down real easy. And I came and fixed up all this. And Bondo sands down real easy, especially with that hard sander. And so then I even got up in like areas like in here, just to kind of smooth it out a little bit. Because to tell you the truth, when you're taking this on and off, you're just going to see the edges more than the middle. I mean, you'll see the ripples and everything, but you know, you're going to pay more attention to the sides. So, and I don't want to, you know, Bondo the whole thing, make it nice and flush flat, because then it defeats the purpose of making it way too heavy. So just the areas that you're going to see. All right, let's take a look. See if we can work a little bit on this. Might get my DA sander on there and just kind of flatten it down while that Bondo. Let's see, we got is hardening up. Has a little bit of an indent right there. I don't know what happened. Maybe I pushed it accidentally. I didn't see it. Anyway, let's get DA sand and try and make it a little more flush. Okay, so the rest is basically going to be Bondo work. I got that nice and flush and flat. Now we'll just go to this other side here and and get it done. All right, so I'm gonna leave off right there. I've been sanding all night, so I got to do some more Bondo work, but I got the majority of that fixed. I got this fairly smooth. I still got, you know, you can see where it's not flat in some areas, so I got to do one more skiff of Bondo there. Like along here, this stuff inside here, I'll just hand sand where it's smooth, so I don't have to do Bondo. And same on this side. See all just the little areas that I need to get. But overall, it's flat. I use the big flat sander. That way I know it's flat. So I still need to hit some areas and build it up a little bit. And same thing up in here. I'll just hand sand that down in, and I won't worry about that. But we're gonna make it nice and smooth along there. A nice crisp line. I gotta fix this just a little bit, but after we get more sanding. And basically once I get these flat and ready, then I'll primer it and maybe paint it too, and just let it sit for a couple of days, a week or two, and then I'll flip it over and do the other side. Or at least I'll primer it for sure, and I might paint it last, and that way I can, you know, get the majority of it done. So all right, get a little bit closer. I gotta take that little chunk right there, sand that off. There it goes. I need to straighten that out. I just haven't got to it yet, so more work on this side. But I'm getting a little tired. It's starting to get dark outside. Doesn't look it, but it is. All right, one more thing in the bag. Getting closer, so hopefully I can get this done in maybe a week, if I can get to it almost every day. And then the back, this is almost ready. This up here, I just need to go over it with a real wet sand, and then of course I gotta hit the back here, and that's gonna take me quite a bit to get all this sanded down. So I got to put that back up on here, and I got to do a little bit of body work to this to get the lines, especially around the license plate bracket, because on here it sits out just a hair. So I got to do a little body work right around the license plate frame, and that's pretty much it. The sides here be really easy. I mean, it's pretty flat there. There's no major chips or anything like cracks or anything on that. Of course, the deck lid's basically done. Got to work on this side a little bit more, but yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Like I said, though, I kind of got to finish this before I get to this. Not all the way, just body work wise. Then if I can attach it and do the body work on the car, that way all the lines and everything are going to match up perfect. All right, till next time, guys.